Well, guys and girls, what you're about to see in this video is not only one of the most insane nights of our personal lives, but it's also what we would consider to be one of the scariest and highest level of paranormal activity captured in one single night. I want to start off by saying that this video was not intended to work the way it did. We went in there with the hopes of maybe getting a little bit scared, the fact that we were in a dark, creepy pub at night, take some of the machines with us that we have, and the equipment, but we ended up with some of the highest level of activity, and in our personal eyes, undeniable proof. We weren't just getting little flickers on light boxes or hearing creaks and cracks sort of thing. We've got voices coming through, we've got things falling, everything in this video. So this video is going to be a lot longer than our normal videos are, guys, and it's done in a totally different style. I'm going to be popping in and out of the video like this to talk you through it, because the way that we filmed it, we didn't film it like we would normally sort of vlog it in vlogger style like we'd normally do. We just recorded the events of the night, and then I'm going to be here to sort of talk you over and to give a little bit more context to them. So grab yourself a cup of tea, it's going to be a long one, and guys, strap in to see some of the most activity that I would say has ever been recorded on the Isle of Wight. So when we first arrived, Simon gave us a brief history of the pub, and he also showed us the location where someone was hung.
So this is allegedly where he's meant to be hanging.
Right. So what? How long do you know when it was, or?
No, I don't know the exact date. But yeah, it's where he was still a boy that didn't pay his debt.
Right.
So he was hung, but he didn't die in here. He was hanging here. He didn't die by hanging. He was taken to the cellar, which was part of this room.
Yeah.
And he was bludgeoningly beaten to death in the cellar.
Fucking hell.
On the 4th of July.
I think this is the room where we got to do it.
On the 4th of July is when you apparently see him hanging here. Mm-hmm. No member of staff feels comfortable. That window's open again. So we keep closing this window, and something keeps opening the window. It happens quite a lot.
So have you seen anything in here?
No, I haven't yet.
No. Have any of your staff?
I tend to not be in on my own.
Yeah, good point. So once we'd had a look around the pub, we began setting up all of our equipment. With us we had a spirit box, which is the loud noise that you can hear throughout the majority of this video. I know the noise can be a little bit irritating, but the stuff we got from that was absolutely incredible. If you don't know what a spirit box does, essentially it scans through high level frequencies to try and pick up and contact voices or anything like that, because it's said that spirits transfer through energy. Also leads on to our next piece of equipment, which is an EMF reader. These can basically detect electronic frequencies in the waves, and spirits can use to communicate through it by using the light system. Now this does work next to technology, but when it's next to tech, it has to be bang on touching it. So if I put it next to my watch, which is electronic, it doesn't do nothing, as you can tell. It has to be a really high level of source. To be able to get a full red output out of it, it's very difficult. And for anyone like to say that the spirit box picks up radio frequencies, it doesn't. We left it alone in a room for over an hour with the GoPro recording it, and it didn't pick up one radio station or one voice. It only seemed to communicate when we spoke to it or when something was actually happening. So it doesn't pick up radio frequencies, just to debunk that.
That's it, something like get out. I heard the end of that.
Yeah,
Did you get out? That's what it sounded like.
Do you want us to get out?
That's the last place to go.
It sounds like yeah, mate, to me.
Yeah. You got a chap in it.
Yeah. It's where the EMF keeps going off here. Just put it on the table, yeah. There you go. There.
Speak through the box.
Connect to one of us, talk to us. How do you feel about us being here?
I'll scare the shit out of it, Gary. Yeah, I bet.
It makes you jump the first time you're in that thing.
Do you know a name or anything? Something like here.
And there we go, show's over.
Do you want to try the Ouija board, to be fair?
Yeah.
Let's go a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that you?
So this brings us to the first camera tamper of the night. So the GoPro on the table in this shot here had been recording from the start of the night. When the GoPro is recording, it clearly indicates we're using a red flashing light. And once it's in recording mode, because it's an action camera, the screen will go blank. So it will only then wake up when you either touch the screen or movement is found with the camera. Now as you can see in this shot here, the camera is totally still, there's none of us near it, and the screen randomly lights up. So something has obviously touched that camera to make it light up.
Just take that. You're gonna press record on the other cameras in the hallway.
Yeah, that's cool.
Are you happy in this pub? Do you know who I am?
That was definitely Simon. I fucking heard it. Simon. Don't know,
So
something.
obviously the spirit boxes just said Simon. Simon's the pub owner's name. This is the first link throughout the night to a name called Simon.
Speak through the box. Dan, he just said Simon's name.
Can you tell how many people are in the room?
Do you miss your horses? Do you miss your horses?
What sort of question's that?
Stable, right? This is stable.
Alright, we're gonna leave you now. Thanks for your time. We'll be back. Oops, sorry. I can't believe it said your name.
It went Simon and then said something afterwards, didn't it? Those are your arm, mate.
That is correct. Had to be the one time I walked out.
Because it seems every time we use that spirit box, when me and Gary use it, we walk away.
Yeah.
Every time we say we're going to go now, and it decides to speak. Like we were at the graveyard last night and it did it. As soon as we decided to leave, it was like, no, we want to talk now.
Even that Cobra. No.
What happened to that?
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh.
So as you can see, my camera's fallen off the bar. Now this is a camera that I've used for years. I'm very confident with it. I've set it up many times and it was sat on the bar nicely. When we come out of the bar, as you can see, it is on the floor and all the footage had gone. Now I know for a fact, as I show an example in this next clip, when you take the batteries out, if the batteries instantly removed from the camera, the previous shot will save to the camera. And I definitely 1000% pressed record before I left because I checked it and double checked it. I actually had to, at this point, convince the rest of the team that I hadn't set this up. It seemed that fake that they actually thought that I'd set this up when I went out the room, as I was the only one to leave the room.
Oh dear. It can be, right?
I mean, like, it's been.
Hopefully it recorded what happened.
No. Well, that's never fallen in all the times that we've used that. And it's gone off. Your GoPro went off as well, didn't it?
Yeah, we fucking kept turning off.
Hang on, someone say it.
Did we catch that when the ghost
Should
spoke?
Welcome to Harvey Price's channel.
You need someone to make it say my name. Honestly,
No,
we
Simon, we
can't.
can't. My phone is on the table doing that. He's there, I'm there, we were speaking to him, mate. That's 100% honest, so I wouldn't lie to you.
I think you're out of the room.
No, he was stood there. Dan was out of the room.
That's what I'm saying, like, that's fucking weird.
100%, he can't control my phone from in there. This is impossible. It doesn't work that way.
Your phone might go off, mine.
Yeah, I won't. Yeah, no, I'll set it to 10 minutes. Dan, we've got to check back in 10 minutes because my phone will inactivate the screen.
So hang on. I've used this camera. I've used this camera for like maybe 5 years. Yeah. I've never like not misrecorded it. When you check back the footage, it's gone.
Let's have a look.
There's no way in
How
hell.
it works CCTV?
No.
Oh look, it must have been after
Yeah,
this. It
there's
was on the
me.
bar when you came in
Yeah.
then.
Yeah. So there's me setting it up. Click on it so it speaks up. This is where I like scratch my nuts or something, isn't it?
Scratch, your bum.
Yeah.
Smell fingers.
Yeah.
That would have gone by now.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
Wouldn't just slip off the bar. That's what. That fucking. It's weird, isn't it? There's no amount of slippage.
Watch it from there. That's where we are.
Well, it proves that we're all there and no one's
Yeah.
behind the bar.
There you go, it's gone.
Oh yeah, sorry.
What the fuck?
Right, I'll go
We're all
back.
sat in the stable.
Can you see it behind me?
That was when I said we'll go now. That's why I said we'll go now, and it fucking come off because we're walking off. So I said we'll go now.
So I literally felt
Oh,
just.
God, it literally is.
Literally, I went we'll go now
Yeah,
into
'cause
the
I
next
slipped
room.
off the table.
Fuck.
It's really fucking cold in here.
Was that you?
Nice your Ouija board there.
Was that you that knocked my camera off the side?
Stanley Louise. Do you want to play the Ouija board?
Yes, I will.
Yes. Touch that red light if you want us to use the Ouija board on here.
Oh my god. I think it wants us to use that, doesn't it? Do you want us to use the Ouija board
Do you want
now?
us to make contact with you?
Is that correct? Oh my fucking god.
It's time to play a game.
Leave the Ouija board.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yes, talk to us. Use this box.
Yeah, that's it then.
Ouija board.
Alright, we'll do it.
Thank you.
So looking back on the footage here, we noticed that the device is actually saying Simon's Pub. It's clear as day when you re-listen to it again, but in the moment it is quite hard to hear it. This is the second link to the pub. Actually, this is the third link to a pub. It's also the second link to Simon. Now, anyone that wants to say that this is fake or anything like that, there is no way in hell that that device could have known that his name was Simon and the fact that we were in a pub. Something clearly knew that we had a presence in a pub, as everything that sort of come out of it had somewhat of relevance in this first clip. So after this, it was pretty clear to us that the spirit, or whoever we were talking to, really wanted us to use the Ouija board. It had so much attraction to it, and bear in mind that is just a slab of wood. There was nothing electronic in it whatsoever, and it was just having a field day with the EMF reader. So we tried it for a while, when we tried multiple attempts using different people to contact, all sort of going around in groups who tried and whatnot, and unfortunately we didn't get anything off of the Ouija board whatsoever. In hindsight now I look back at it and now I've done more research into it, we didn't quite do it properly, so that could be a reason for it. We did try using different items as the rather than just the wooden plectrum. We also tried using the glass, which I know is a method that is used quite a lot. We also tried it with and without the Ouija board, but unfortunately we didn't get nothing out at that point. Although the whole time the EMF reader was still going off, so it was like that we were still making a connection, but whatever it was simply was not strong enough to be able to transfer that energy through to the board, which unfortunately rules the Ouija board as an unsuccessful attempt.
Is there anybody in here that would like to talk to us? Tell us your name. Is this where you died? Am I standing where you died?
I died. I fucking heard that. This is where I died. Are you a good person? Red light for yes.
Rush.
I
Would you it?
I am Rush.
What was that? Wasn't fucking what? That's what I was doing.
That was right in my fucking ear.
Would you like us to leave you? Red for yes.
You just...
Yeah.
So as you can see here from the I died, the one that was still unclear to us even after clearing up the audio, and the good question, we were definitely having a full-on conversation with something. There's no denying that. It is 100%. Those answers are way too fluent to the questions that we are asking it. And like I said, in the moment, some of our responses are wrong, but that's simply because... Hello, housekeeping. But that's simply because hearing it through the speaker is extremely loud, and obviously we're all talking to each other as well.
So right before we ended that, someone just straight up shushed.
Oh, really? Everyone heard that, didn't they?
Should I try to toilet?
It's behind me.
Hello? Is there anyone in here? It's me, your boy.
After we clearly established that we've made contact with something in the cellar, we decided to head out of there and try more rooms. We tried the toilets just for the fun of it, and unfortunately nothing happened in there, but the EMF reader started leading us towards the fireplace, which is where things go south pretty quick.
Oh. You alright?
Yeah.
What happened there?
I had a sharp pain back in my neck. I don't know. I just felt like someone went.
Oh.
Move my camera while you did the dance.
How are you feeling, Aaron?
Fucking great, mate.
Would
Fucking
you like
weird,
to
isn't it?
contact us?
You open it. Something. I don't know. I had like evidence or something like that. What's more important?
Look at that. Do you want to talk to us?
Oh my god.
Did he just say he's here?
Yeah. Fuck me. Wow. I looked up the chimney, fucking backed away when he's here.
Are you any relation to the royal blood?
Jesus, that was fucking loud. Wow. Fuck.
Can you say one of our names?
You bastard.
Who's here? What?
The camera didn't record the whole time.
Wait.
If you'd like us to leave you alone,
Wait, since you've been here?
Yeah, it didn't save anything. It was flashing, but it didn't save anything. Now it's on record.
if you'd like us to leave you alone, please tell us.
There's nothing on the card at all.
So from this you can clearly see that Simon has found something in this area. He's having a very positive conversation with it. The EMF reader is responding to everything that he asks it, which again in itself is super creepy and very unlike that thing to actually do on the other attempts when we've used it. But it wasn't until Ash put the spirit box down on the fireplace that we heard probably one of the most demonic, deep voices that I think we've heard for the first time in that video and the first time ever in our experience. It did scare us quite a bit at the time. It was clear as day saying he's here. At the same time as well, Ash's GoPro decided to wipe certain clips, even though you can clearly see from multiple shots throughout the video that the camera has been recording the whole time as the red light flashes when it's recording. But yeah, when we look back at the footage, certain chunks, very specific chunks of the footage have gone. And we've used that GoPro countless times, so for something like that to happen is so weird, and that again is another one of the camera issues that we've been having throughout the whole night.
What did it say?
Oh, but Ashley or Ashley?
Yeah, I just heard Ashley. It might have had enough, Ash.
Yeah, that's all. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What am I talking about? Is this where you hung yourself? How many of you are here?
Would you like us to leave you be?
You have to say yes. Speak to us. Speak to us.
I just said, what'd you say?
That's what I said. Simon, speak to the boss.
Can you hear me? It's Simon.
Wait, hang on. Do you reckon his name was Simon? Because you said, Ash said Simon speak to it, and it said what?
Would you like to speak to me? Red light for yes on the table.
Is your name Simon?
Is your name Simon?
Oh, Simon. I'm Simon. 100% I'm Simon.
Is that why you can connect to me? We have the same name.
Huh?
The camera bar.
Yeah. Take that camera in it.
I guess. I think it said.
Oh my fucking god!
Holy shit!
And now this is where things got pretty real pretty quick. As you saw, Ash and myself went to leave the room when a stupidly loud voice come through saying something like, I guess. We couldn't actually figure out what this said. It was then followed by possibly the most demonic, evil sounding voice we have ever heard. It sent the whole room cold, all full of shivers. However, we couldn't actually figure out what it said. It wasn't until we got the footage home the next day and started looking back at it when we thought of the idea of reversing the clip to see if it said anything in reverse. And that's when we got this. Satan, a monster. From now, it was pretty clear to us that we have summoned some form of demon or spirit or anything along those lines. If only we knew that at the time, as the things that Ash says next probably weren't the smartest things to say now in hindsight.
That's right.
You know, you all scream like girls.
Oh shit, Andy.
I swear it did say Simon just
Oh, you're a
then.
demon.
Are you here to cause us harm? Red light for yes. What in the...
That was Aaron, that was his phone.
Oh, thank God for that.
Do you want to be friends with us? Do you want to cause us problems? We just want to be here to help you. Would you like us to help you?
Do you feel safer with Ash in the room? Red light for yes.
Are you making a connection to Ash? Red light for yes, please. Have you followed Ash? Huh? Let's see if you follow Ash. Been fine. Should we take you to Ash?
Yeah.
Would you like me to go into the cellar on my own? Red light for yes. Would you like me to go anywhere? Oh. Would you like me to go to the cellar on my own? Red light for yes. With the lights off? Red light for yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Guess I go.
What the hell?
Hello.
No, that just said good evening, something. Sounded like my dad, sounded like Kerry again. It said good evening, Kerry. Red light if you're in here. You asked me to come in here. Batteries just depleted. Gone, mate. Just asked me to said, "Why would you do that?" Ran it from San Fran. You logged out of the website. Hey! I'm joking! me the camera, Aaron. Oh, holy fucking shitballs. Now don't shut it, just sort of put the door to. You can stay here if you want, but try it on my own for a minute. If nothing comes through, come back in. What? No, it said don't go. Stay in here, boy. It's just us two now. Go to the car. Oh shit! Whoa! Fuck! Holy shit! It said get back here.
Fuck off with it.
Fuck.
No way.
Yeah.
Say get back here.
Yeah, it would get back here. Like that. Well, I'm gonna leave now.
Yeah, Ash is gonna leave. It's going mental, mate. You're leaving. Do you want to be left alone? Thanks for that. I'm leaving. Daniel's going to take over. You don't want to talk to me? I'll go.
So Aaron's left now. Just me and you. Do you want Aaron to come back? Make the device show red. Do you want Aaron to come back? Do you want Ash to come back in? That'll scare me. Do you want all of us to leave? Would you like all of us to leave? Yeah. All right. We'll head out.
Can you say it a little bit clearer?
Let's go nuts now as well. Do you want me to get out? Make the device go to red? Something in it, isn't there?
Yeah, you can feel it static.
Yeah.
Look at my fucking goosebumpy. Oh, woo! Go on, speak for us. One more time and then we'll leave.
Do you want
where I'm stood?
I'm back here now. Talk to me.
Fuck me, too so cold. Like fucking. Look, there's a goosebumps.
fucking hell?
So another thing that I've noticed here while sat here editing this, if you have headphones on, you can clearly hear that something whispers coming right past the camera. And it's right as Ash says that he's cold now. Now, this is very weird because the camera itself records in stereo mode. If you don't know what stereo is, it's basically where it's two lines of audio streamed into one channel, so it comes through both ears simultaneously. And this is directly on the right ear, as if it's in a set mono channel. Now, this isn't something that should be able to be done through my camera. So this is kind of weird. Make sure you do listen for headphones though for the best experience, and you can hear it as clear as day, something whispering in this ear.
Do you want
Where I'm stood?
I'm back here now. Talk to me.
Fuck me, too so cold. Like fucking. Look, there's a goosebumps.
fucking
Did you say?
Yeah, I thought it did.
Say
Whose
that.
name did you just say?
Did you say my name? Did you say Aaron?
I can feel you stood over me because my hair is on end.
If you stood next to me, red for yes. If you stood next to me, red for yes.
Demons. Please tell me that just said demon.
I'm 100% sure it's a demon. Are you a demon? Red light for yes.
Don't go to red. Please don't go to red.
Do you mean as heart? Red for yes.
Yes.
What the fuck was that?
Why are you stood behind me? Red for yes.
Chance to stop.
We mean you no harm.
Do you mean us harm? Red for yes. Who do you want to hurt stood in this room? Say out one of our names. If you're as powerful as you say you are, prove it.
Simon, get out.
Yeah. Why do you not like Simon? What has he done?
Okay, we got this so wrong at the time. It doesn't say Simon get out, it actually said the words Joker get out. Again, it wasn't until we listened to it through headphones and turned it up a bit, we figured this out. It's funny because right before that voice says that, Ash is mocking it, meaning Ash is in the Joker, get out. This is just too surreal, and it's something that is just too convenient to that time, and whatever it was, Ash had well and truly upset it.
Do you wish him any harm? Red for yes.
Ash, be careful what you're asking, mate. Fucking hell.
Do you mean me any harm? Red for yes. You vibrated that, mate. Yeah, something touched my ass. I'm fucking not even joking. Did you just touch me? Red for yes. I thought you did. I thought you did. If we leave now, will you leave us alone? Red for yes.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Alright, let's go. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Demon.
Whoa, whoa.
It's fucking here, innit?
Are you stood next to me? What the fuck? Take my hand.
Fucking hell.
All my hairs are still
Yeah,
up.
so. Right, let's leave it. Let's do it, sis. Thank you.
Yeah, probably has.
Yeah.
It's not upset anymore.
Yeah.
Don't like me, does it?
No.
Well, thank you very much for that, Simon.
I really enjoyed it. That was awesome.
How do you feel after that, though?
Amazing. It was weird.
Yeah.
Wonderful, but it's just gotta hope we don't upset them too much. Because
Well, if you see anything weird now, we'll come back.
what was that?
Shit!
Wait, my camera's in there.
I must have just called something, mate.
Why?
I just went, yeah, so I'm just going to get my jacket, thank you. Walking out, you know, take pictures of me with my hands.
And that is, well, I don't think we can ever comprehend what actually happened that night. I think it has to go down as one of the most crazy nights ever in terms of activity. People will try and say this is fake and it's staged. I can promise you with hand on heart that everything that happened at that night are 100% real and legit. I even had to convince my own team that I do this with that it wasn't me pulling a prank on them. It is the most surreal night. So much happened to this point where it does seem fake. So we are even willing to release all the 4 to 6 hours worth of uncut footage from all 3 of our cameras if people really truly do not believe this and want to sit through and prove that it's not been edited. I think whatever happened that night will be something that all of us will remember for the rest of our lives. Looking back on it now, we truly do believe that we did contact something, and this is one of the most solid forms of proof that there is something out there. You can choose to believe it or you can choose not to believe it. That is up to you, but from the evidence that we have in this video and from being there in the night, everything happened in such a relevant form to what we were talking about at that current time that it's way too convenient to be a coincidence. Now, I'd like to end this off on a positive note by saying a huge thank you for Simon for letting us explore his incredible pub. I will link his page in the top line of the description if you want to go and check out his Facebook page. Just if you are going to go there, guys, make sure you stick to pints and not ghosts. Leave that to us. That said, though, guys, thank you so much for watching this incredibly long video. Let me know if you prefer these longer style of videos as opposed to 3 to 4 different episodes. This is a really hard series to keep running due to the amount of time it takes to produce each episode. So really, guys, all I can ask in return is that you do hit subscribe and leave a like on the video, as it helps us go to more places in the future. Also, don't forget to comment down below where you'd like to see us go next. If we do pick your location, we'll be sure to shout you out in the next video. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I've been Dan Crouchy. Take care and goodbye.
You'll never know him. He is the forgotten. His name